Right, and Mr. Vickery, this move is going to punish thousands of unrelated Indian exporters which have or who have nothing to do with Russian oil. Do you think that Donald Trump is worried or not worried about the goodwill of another partner company? And I think this is a moment, sir, like Nikki Haley also said, for the United States to cooperate with India in light of how fast China is progressing.
Well, thanks very much for having me. I think it's exactly right that in order to wage peace, just like you wage war, you have to have a strategy and you have to have partners for peace. Unfortunately, Donald Trump sees none of that. What he sees is his own aggrandizement and his own ability to make himself a Nobel Prize winner, a great man. And of course, he's going about it exactly the wrong way. I think that it is fundamental not to confuse the United States of America with Donald Trump. Donald Trump is not the United States of America. We have weathered civil wars, we've weathered very difficult times, and we have been able to work our way through it because of institutions and adherence to democracy. And as Professor Nalapat has said, I have every confidence that these institutions are going to hold as we move into midterm elections, as the courts continue to weigh in. But this is a very, very difficult time. And it is now time for great democracies like India, like in Western Europe, to adhere to democratic values, rule of law, the sanctity of the individual, and to join forces with those in the United States who are trying to adhere to a democratic approach. That having been said, the question of the relationship between economic engagement and security is very plain. And it is not enough just to say, well, you're profiteering. India, after all, pays for arms from Russia, it pays for oil. And so international payments take place in regard to all aspects of economic engagement. The question is, how are you going to move from violence, the invasion which Russia did of its neighbor Ukraine, its desire to reinvent or reimpose the Russian Empire, which became the USSR, and how are we going to be able to use nonviolent means to be able to do that? And so I think it behooves all players who have an adherence to democratic values to come up with ways and means, one, to ameliorate the damage which is being done by this invasion, and get us back to adherence to general principles which are enshrined in the United Nations Charter. This is the way forward. It's not a finger pointing and saying, you're all bad and we're all good, and you're hypocrites and we're absolutely adherent to the truth. That's not the way forward. The way forward is to try to get us back to some form of cooperation, to be able to weather this storm and come out on the other side. After all, there are those of us, Professor Nalapat and I, and others who've worked very strongly in difficult times between the United States and India, the sanctions. We came through that. We got to a U.S.-India civil nuclear agreement. We've joined hands against China. We've done many things right. The fact that we have an aberration here should not destroy the good work which has been done over the last 30 years.
Absolutely right.